It is completely possible to make over $500,000. Let me say it one more time. $500,000 your first year in wholesaling real estate. It is completely fair. It is completely right. And you have all the tools today in this video where I'm going to break down, you and I, our complete blueprint guide for making over $500,000 your first year in wholesaling real estate. Now, is this going to be an easy journey? Is this going to be an easy process? No, it's not going to be easy. And I feel like the pursuit of it being difficult and the great goal of having that is worth going after, right? The point of it being hard is kind of a given, right? If you're going to work hard to get to this goal, you can definitely achieve it. The problem is most wholesalers, they know, right? They all want to make $500,000, but they're not willing to do what it takes to get to $500,000. And what we're going to do today is just show you a step-by-step game plan blueprint of how to go like kind of normal and then just curve your way all the way up to $500,000 a year in your first year in wholesaling real estate in 365 days. Now, coming from two wholesalers that make millions of dollars per year in wholesaling real estate, I can tell you we've been through this journey before, and I feel like we're qualified to let you guys know how to do it. And I've taught plenty of people who are making over $500,000. Like we got one guy that we're helping out. He just got his first 100K month. Wow. And it's just like we help these people out because you can do the same thing. So I've helped the people out. I've shown you guys how to do it time and time again. And what I'm going to do is just give you an updated version today on really how to do it step by step. But if you're willing to actually go out here and do what we say and do the action that we're going to tell you that is really required for it, no way you can't not make them $500,000. So let's break it all down, guys. You know, we got to get out of bed, no sleep, ready to go. So 500K your first year. Let's break this down. Let's share how to do it and how you can become a beast in wholesaling real estate. So one quote about making $500,000, and this is probably the best quote I've heard about scaling up a wholesaling operation, actually making a ton of money, right? Sometimes it's not how fast you row your boat, it's how fast the stream is going. And what does that mean? A lot of wholesalers, they'll work really hard, right? They'll quote, grind it out, right? Like a man, I'm working 90 hours and they're making like 100K a year. Nothing wrong with that. That's very noble. That's very great. But it's like, yeah, I'm rowing the boat so hard. That's so cool. But I'm rowing really lightly and the stream's just helping me out, right? You have to understand there are different aspects in wholesaling real estate. You do not have to go out here and work 100 hours a week to be the champ, right? I mean, it's kind of, I did that. Okay. So FYI, I did that. I was on a good stream and I rode hard. So it was double good. But don't act like that's what it needs to be for success, right? Like I'm crazy. Okay. I'm nuts in the head. So like I can have that excuse, but you guys, you don't have to be doing that.
Some of you are rowing upstream.
And yeah, some of you guys are rowing upstream. So I want you guys to know you're in a boat right now and you're trying to get to that destination. Some of you guys are going off the wrong stream. You guys are going off the wrong river and you're like, oh, it's not working because you're doing it the wrong way. And so that's why I wanted this video, because I feel like so many wholesalers, they're in the wrong boat and the wrong river. Sometimes they're on the boat, wrong river, right? So you're not doing the right strategy it takes to get to that point. So I kind of want to say that quote starting out so you can kind of visualize where you're at right now and where you actually need to be going. And so guys, it's not how fast you row. It's exactly being in the right stream. So kind of my story, and just like FYI, I'm going to give everyone my story because I think my story is a little faster than yours. Like going to a point and I can kind of just
Mine's painful.
It's a long one, but basically, broke bag boy, 17 years old, started wholesaling at 17 after seeing my dad do it. I put a bunch of bandit signs, pretty much We Buy Ugly Houses signs outside my high school wrestling tournaments, and basically scaled that up, makes millions of dollars, 7-figure wholesaling, one of the biggest ones in Florida, right? That's basically my story. And so how I started making $500,000 a year and turning that into millions and millions of dollars, it's really, honestly, for most wholesalers, it's 3 stages. Three stages, right? There's the learn and earn stage, which basically from 17 to 18 years old, I was just learning wholesaling. I was going very slow. I was making about 100K. Then I started growing, right? I started getting in the right streams, if that made sense. I started doing the right marketing channels. My skills on talking to sellers went up. I got really good at cold calling, right? I gained it up. And then with stage 3, I learned how to scale that. That is when we had 100K a year. I mean, basically $1 million between the two of us split, 19, 20 years old, and then just pretty much doubling that every other year from there and just doing very well for ourselves. But we have to understand that this is a process that took me like 3 years to do. To get to a 500K a year net to me, 3 years. Think about that for a second. 3 years. So how can I get 3 years of what Zach did in 1 year, right? That's the real question. Now, if I had the knowledge I had now, all day, every day, right? Like easy, right? Mm-hmm. But it's a little more difficult when you don't have the knowledge I have. That's why we're kind of creating this guide today for you. You're going to have to pack in 3 years of what I had to do to get to that point. And for $500,000 for you, it took a lot longer. So that's why, like, okay, let's do my story because it's a little quicker. And how do I condense that even further for you? And that's really what we're talking about today. And so how do you condense that and how do you make your $500,000, right? Well, let's kind of talk about these stages really quick, and then we can talk about how you can use it for your game plan, right? For stage one, that learn and earn stage, you are going to basically focus on just 100 grand. That is the goal, right? 5 deals before I graduated high school, strictly bandit signs. Like that's all I did. I was a one-shot pony, but I did stuff that actually worked. I was still learning the ins and outs of wholesaling. I made a ton of rookie mistakes, lost deals, got deals I was really lucky with, right? But it was a big struggle for me. But still, I kind of struggled through it and made a lot of money. Stage 2, right? This is my growth stage, right? I was adding on top of what I already knew. I was just leveling up in the game, right? I learned how to do more marketing channels, more lists. I basically tripled my business by adding in cold calling. I failed a lot trying to learn how to hire callers and train them. And this is when I became pretty much elite at acquisitions and calling. Like I just one of the best in the country, right? If not the best. Not saying that in an ego way, but like no one put more time into calling than me. I mean, at my age, easily 19 years old. But I'm telling you, as a teenager, it was insane. I became elite at acquisitions and calling. And this really brings us to step 3 when I was just kind of scaling it up. And this is kind of where we're at today, partner up with dad, right? And we just started going crazy with systems. No, I didn't go on any more appointments anymore. I had employees doing it. There's a lot of growing pains. There's a lot of scaling, a lot of training, it was bad, right? It's just training people and training. Oh, this guy left. You got to bring the new guy. It was a complete mess. I mastered the wholesaling game. I mastered how to train people effectively and how to manage them. And then from there, it just got even crazier. And that's kind of the point we're at now, the scale phase. So how can you use this to make a ton of money in wholesaling real estate? That's the real question today, right? Like, how are you going to use that to do it, right? And then also the abundance stage. I was going to skip this one, but basically I added virtual markets, teaching, flexing on gurus, making money, and basically doing creative deals. But this stage is we don't need to talk about that right now. What you really need to know today is the Express Pass, right? This is kind of the main course that we're talking about today. But you need to basically do those 3 stages in 1 year, not 3 years, 1 year. And so I basically have created the system for you where you basically do Express it. You're going to have to do each stage, not in a year, but in 3 months. It's literally like, was it Disney World? They got the Express Pass. Just skip the line, just go into it, right?
I thought it was the Fast Pass.
Fast Pass, whatever it is. That's what you guys have to do. You have to use the Fast Pass to get wholesaling deals. And once you're able to do that, you're going to be fine. But you just have to understand the Fast Pass is what it's all about. So let's talk about this. Let's break it down. Let's get into how you can use it. 500K your first year. What are some of the traits you're going to need? First of all, you're going to need a high work ethic. Let me say it one more time. You're going to need a high work ethic. You're going to have to work your butt off. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like if you're a type of person that doesn't want to work hard, you ain't going to get it right.
Not even close.
Not even close with it, right? You're going to have to be in what I call the perfect market, right? You cannot be in a subpar market and do this your first year, right? You're going to have to be in a market that works, virtual, in person, right? I mean,
correct.
You start wholesaling in the perfect market. I started wholesaling in the perfect market. I hate to say it like that. And heck, if you're in a bad market, you do virtual wholesaling in that perfect market, right? We teach you at freewholesaling.com how to find that perfect market.
You just pick your market carefully, especially if you're doing it virtual. And you got to go really where the population, the demographics, and most importantly, the cash buyers are. Because some of you guys just pick the wrong market, and no matter what you do, you're going to struggle.
So you need to be in the perfect market here. On top of this too, you're going to have to utilize leverage. Let me say it one more time. You're going to have to utilize leverage. Leverage is a lever, right? I think, did Socrates say that? Maybe some philosophers said, if you give me a big enough lever, I can lift the world. And it's true. A lever can make you lift insane things, right? You can use a jack to jack up a car, thousands of pounds, right? The lever is the tool, right? And the point how levers work is you can literally kind of not too much work and just lift something 500 pounds because of how momentum works and gravity and all these things. And so you're going to have to leverage time. And so if it takes, let's say 100 hours to get a wholesaling deal, you can hire 10 people to work 10 hours instead of you working that 100 hours in a day to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, deal a day, crank it up. The real key here is leverage. And that is how you're going to effectively scale in your wholesaling real estate operation. You're going to have to learn the power of leveraging. Usually you have to spend money on employees, marketing systems, things like that, right? You're going to have to really get good at going for the no. You're going to have to get extremely well at letting people down with the worst no's possible. You're going to have to get the lowest lowball offers, because once you do this is when making 50K a month, 500K a year easy, because you're making 40, 50, 60K on these wholesaling deals because you're just going for the no, right? Yeah. It's the biggest secret, guys, it's like, what's the difference? And I want you to really think about this hard between I've seen this so many times, the wholesaler that's making 300K a year and the wholesaler making 500K a year. Is it how much deals they're doing? Is it how many? No, it's just making lower offers. Because remember, if you just increase your average assignment fee from 10 grand to 15 grand, you add your revenue up by 50%.
Yeah.
By doing nothing else except just getting lower contract prices. Think about that for a second. Your contract prices go lower, you sell for the MAO stays the same. Yeah. But if the contract prices go down, it gets insane. And so going for that, no, you're really only making 300K, but because you can utilize the perfect market with the leverage of time, with the super low ball offers, start making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 deals, guys. Every single deal I've made over 100K, all with Go for No. $100,000 deals, $115,000. It's insane. But you just have to learn the power of make sure the seller says no, change everything in your life, right?
I mean, like if you don't ask for it, you're not getting it.
Nope.
And a lot of you are scared that, well, if I get rejected, it's over. No. That's just the starting ground. That's where the negotiations begin. So listen, either way, if they're motivated, you're going to walk out of the deal. The question is, you're going to walk away with a $10,000 deal or a $50,000 deal. And if you're trying to guess what your seller is going to sell for, you were wasting your time. I'm just telling you, Go for No. A lot of you go, well, if I do that, I'll never get a deal. I'm telling you, if there's a deal there, you just get a better deal because you're trying to predetermine what the seller is going to sell it to you for. By using the Go for No strategy, you can almost double your assignment fees and easily get to $500,000. The reality is a lot of you are scared because you're programmed by society. Like, oh my God, I'm going to get rejected. Listen, you're going to get rejected regardless. Yeah. So you might as well use it as a strategy. And just because you get rejected doesn't mean you're not getting a deal. You can always take your crappy $5,000 or $10,000 deal. Yeah. But if you don't ask for it, you're not going to get it.
Exactly. So guys, just remember, Go for the No here. It's going to lead you to more assignment fees. And the next one here, very important, volume. I cannot stress this enough. If you increase your volume, you increase your deal flow. The more calls you make, the more leads you do, the more texts you do, the more drawing for dollars, the more high quality lists will lead you to talking to more sellers. This is how easy the wholesaling real estate game is. The more sellers you talk to, the more deals you usually get. Simple, right? Yep. That's it. The more offers you make, the more contracts you get. So how do I get more offers out here? I got to market more calling, more texting, more, right? It's DJ Khaled says, another one. You just can't stop. You got to keep going. You cannot stop in this business. You have to keep the volume up. And that's really, so yes, it's about making high quality offers and everything, but you have to increase the volume. Fastest way to increase volume, increase the amount of calls you're making and the texts you're doing. Simple as that. So let's do a detailed breakdown, step by step, 500K a year. What do you need to know? What do you need to do? How do you get it done like this? Let's break it all down. So number one, we're talking about stage one, literally stage one, month 1 through 3. And I know stage one's making your first 100K, but at this point, you're only going to make 50K probably. I have to be realistic with you guys. You're still making $500,000, but I know it seems like you're not going far, but you got to trust me on this one. Month 1 to 3, you just got to do one deal a month. Hopefully make 15K, 17, 18K, the other deal, right? Remember, I'm assuming you're broke, right? I'm assuming you got no money. And that's not, if you have some money, perfect. Like that makes it even easier for you, but you're just going to have to learn how to go from no money to some deals. And so like, what do you do in this stage, right? You're broke. You got no money, right? You got government listed cold call. You can do texting from your regular phone, right? You got a lot of stuff you can do. Also on top of that too, like drive for dollars, reverse drive for dollars, sticky notes. There's a million things you can do right now, but just understand in wholesaling real estate, when you got no money, you can't be doing all these crazy things. You got to stick to the stuff that when you got no money, you can start doing. No gurus ever talks about it. They don't want it. They can't sell a course on it, right? But really, cold calling government lists, free list, free marketing channel, texting from your cell phone, it's free. Google voicing it for the cold calling, truepeoplesearch.com for the skip tracing. It's not that complicated, guys. We're drawing for dollars, reverse drawing for dollars. You got digital bandit signs you can put out. There's a million ways when you got no money at all to do wholesaling deals. The truth is most people don't want to talk about it. They don't have a conversation about it. That's what it literally takes. So that's month 1 through 3. We're going to make 50K. Now, month 3 through 6, we're being solo. We got no employees. I know that seems weird, but first 6 months of the year, we're only going to make about 200K and then 300K the last year, right? Basically, well, maybe a little more than that. But as you know, so basically month 3 through 6, we want to get to hopefully 50K a month solo. And how do you do this? We are giving a detailed breakdown of this today. So I'm not leaving you hanging on this one, I promise you. But most likely, and this is going to be the best plan of action helping people out, you're going to take that 50K you made and just pour it in back in the business. And what did I say was the key in wholesaling real estate, especially when scaling up is leveraging, right? So you're going to leverage your time. You're going to leverage your marketing with spending that cash into some paid marketing channels that actually work, right? Our favorite being ROS postcards, direct mail postcards, right? We're biased. We created the ROS system with open letter marketing, and it's the best direct mail system out there. We actually have a direct mail course inside of Wholesaling.com about it. But that postcard works like crazy. And what you have to understand about it is direct mail is expensive, but you have $50K to spend. And the point is you send the direct mail out, you just get calls in. It's the only marketing channel where you pay for it and the leads kind of work for you. I was talking to another guy the other day. He said, I had this marketing service and they promised me, I gave them $3,000. They would give me all the leads and deals, and it never happened. And I'm like, shocker, right? But why, right? Because they promised too much. The only that you click a button and leads come in. The only one is direct mail. What about Facebook ads? Facebook ads, you have to check your Facebook ads every single day. You have to make sure the algorithm's working. You have to make sure, oh, is the ad spend good on this? Or what's the return on ad sales? And what's the PPC? What's the click-through rate? No, that's a lot. That's like cold calling. It's a lot of work. SEO. You got to redo your SEO every single week, basically, right? The algorithms, direct mail, get a list from listaria.com, use that, boom. That's how simple it is. And so you can leverage your time and everything for you to have a lot of success on this, right? So it'll help you out a lot. And so what I could tell you is 3 to 6 months, you're going to leverage that cash you've been making into wholesaling real estate. You're still going to do it solo. Then the last part, we're getting to like 50K a month still, but we're going to hire a team to kind of make us not work, 12, 13 hours a day anymore, right? Yeah. We're going to hire a team, and it's going to be a little work to train them. It's not going to be fun, but you'll make that 300K, and that's 500K your first year. That's basically what it is. And so let's kind of do a detailed breakdown of these months 1 through 3, right? It's a grind, not going to lie, right? Month 1 through 3, you're going to do one deal a month, right? What we said, 50K, right? I would stick to drawing for dollars. I would stick to reverse drawing for dollars, cold calling government lists. But if you can, drawing for dollars, reverse drawing for dollars would be your best one. Wholesaling.com, we break it all down, right? We are going to leverage our first deal into some paid marketing. 10, 12 grand, just maybe we can pay for some script tracing, make our life a little easier here, right? You just got to do it, right? It's painful, but you're going to do it, right? What are some good paid leverage tools? I've always said this. This is going to be direct mail, SMS text blasting. I love smszack.com for it. Hiring some cold callers, skip tracing, and then probate mailers. The reason why I say probate mailers is they're not the cheapest in the world, but what I can tell you with probate mailers is they hit. And these are $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 deals. And they're difficult deals, but because the difficulty is high, the reward's greater.
Yeah, it's just about consistency with probate. So there's not a ton of leads. So even it costs you $1 a lead to put it out, but you're doing this all within your home. You can't outsource probate letters because they're too frequent and there's not enough.
No, that's the problem. That's the main issue with it. So just understand, let's get that first deal first, and then we can go from there, right? And then we basically get into month 3 through 6, right? This is when we're kind of re-leveraging everything. We're getting that solo 150K. We're still doing everything ourselves. This is all going to be solo, pretty much to the point, but you're going to keep going, right? You're going to do some more direct mail. We're going to follow up a lot more. We're probably doing that 12-hour a day wholesaling lifestyle where we work 12 hours, sleep 8, family for 4 or whatever it is, brushing your teeth, whatever. You start JVing, you're building up your relationships, you're getting deal flow coming in, you're consistently pulling in leads every single day. This is where it's working, right? And then really month 6 through 12, we're at 50K a month with a team, right? So how to do this, right? You're going to hire people for your marketing, your cold calling, texting, whatever process you're doing, your dispositions. You're going to start billing cash buyers, do walkthroughs. You can get an acquisitions agent, most likely 2 at this point. And they're going to go out here and just start doing wholesaling deals for you, right? They're ones going on these appointments, they're ones deals, they're ones doing basically everything here, right? We're going to start hiring people. And really at that point, we start training employees. Now, in our opinion, you should go to FlipWork Plus. We have an employee training library where you don't have to spend 15 hours a week training someone, right? You just put them through the FlipWork Plus, literally our employee training that we give to our people. It's inside of FlipWork Plus, and you can just give it to them there. And it'll save you probably 10 hours a week, honestly. That's why a lot of people like it when they're scaling up. But yeah, it's the employee training, the FlipWork Plus employee training library. That's how you should train them. It'll save you so much time. I wish I had it when I was training my people, not going to lie. But really at this point, we are doing what we call mass marketing. At the point, we're doing a lot of rotation-based marketing. I know it seems very high level. We teach high level in freelcing.com when you want to go to the scaling modules on there. But we're doing mass texting. We're doing ROS direct mail at an insane pace, like literally mostly just high equity because you're doing so much at that point. And you're cold calling, right? You're doing on a rotation per markets. You're hitting, let's say we have one city, we're going to hit them with a text 1 month, a direct mail 1 month, and then the month after with a call, right? And then 3 months later, they hit with another text, right? That's month 6 through 12. I can tell you through my lessons of scaling, I've been through a lot. And I can tell you these fundamental truths. Confidence and skills will come from experience. How do I gain skills? How do I gain confidence? The fastest, best, plainest way is just to have experience. I would love for you to be completely confident talking to a seller without having a conversation with a seller at all.
That'd be
But
great.
it's hard. Okay. There's some people naturally that they got it, but the best way is just to do it. How do you gain the skills? Just got to kind of fail. I hate to say it, but you got to fail. And when you fail, you gain experience, the skills, and the confidence to keep pushing. You will fail in wholesaling, but that's okay. You got to eat the frog. And what does eat the frog mean? I think it's a book, Eat the Frog. I think I read that book a very long time ago. But basically the process of it is if you knew you had to eat a frog in a day, is it better to wait all day, psychologically tortured about eating that frog, or just throw the frog down the throat and just deal with it, and then you're not tortured the entire day? The net positive is just to do the thing that sucks in the beginning so you're not psychologically tortured from it, right? That creates discipline, mental toughness, and hard work. Now, have I ever eaten a frog? No. Do I plan on doing it? No. But it's an analogy for life. Calling, going to freeholsing.com, watching these videos, participating in live streams, cold calling a seller, going in the appointment, building buyers. All these things are eating the frog, and you are being psychologically tortured about eating the frog when you should just eat it, right? Suck it down, right? It's going to feel weird. It's going to be terrible, but guess what? When it's over, it's done. And so that's what you have to, you guys, you have to work hard. You have to do the work, but you're not doing it right now. And why? Because you're procrastinating and it's torturing in your mind right now. And it's just making you a worse wholesaler. Do the thing that sucks now. It will build mental toughness, resiliency, and it'll build consistently. It will build consistency in your wholesaling business. And once you build that consistency, you'll make a lot more money in wholesaling. That is the point, guys and gals. Eat that dang frog. Next part, show up and work every single day. We've personally never found one wholesaler that showed up every single day, kept at it, kept fighting, that didn't make pretty much 100K, right? If you show up every single day, you keep going and you never quit, that's it, right? The only people that have followed me for the 4 or 5 years we've been doing YouTube since day one that hops on the one-on-ones, they all have 6 figures because they never quit in 4 years. Never, ever once. And remember, in wholesaling real estate, I know it's a very controversial opinion, but I've always said there's winners and losers. And how do I find a winner and how do I find a loser in wholesaling? This is a pretty easy one. A winner in wholesaling is someone that gets a deal and becomes successful, right? And what's a loser? A loser in wholesaling real estate is somebody that quit. That's it. Well, and so, but what if I haven't gotten a deal and you're just a winner in training. And so you're not a winner, but you're not a loser. You're kind of a winner in training, right?
Yeah.
But once you decide you're going to quit and be a chump, you're done. You're a loser. I don't want to say that in a mean way. It's not mean. I don't think you're a terrible human being, but you're a loser in wholesaling real estate.
Guys, think about this. Everybody thinks a winner's forged during their triumphs and their closings. It's actually the complete opposite. My biggest revelations in wholesaling were when I was actually doing my worst. Why? Because I was so humbled. I lost my ego and I go, okay, this isn't what's working. This is what I need to do. I know I need to do. And if I'm going to get this done, I have to be accountable to myself. And all of a sudden I started taking actions. And then 2 or 3 months later, deals flow in. And so I was like, oh my God, you're doing so good. The reality is you forge your winner attitude when you're getting your butt kicked. Listen, do you think Elon Musk came up Tesla, all this stuff when he had a lot of money from previous ventures, but the most creative people, the people that created Apples, everything like that, they did it in their garage, in their basement, living with their parents, trying to figure it out. You are no different. And I'm here to tell you, if you don't go through that hard time, it's never going to make you the winner. Regardless, if you don't quit, you're either going to get a great deal or you're going to get a lesson. They're both as value. I know you don't feel that right now, but that's part of the journey of wholesaling. So many people go to me and even you look back when we started the journey and we didn't really enjoy it. We're always trying to get to the top of the mountain. Kind of enjoy your success as you get through it. If you haven't quit, you have a great shot. If you quit, there's nothing I can do for it. It means your expectations were greater than what you thought you had to do. And I can't fix that gap for you. So don't quit.
Don't be a quitter. Be a winner in training or a winner coming in here. So show up and do the work every day. If you literally show up, you'll do well. The problem is the people that don't want to show up. That's it. Okay. Do you want to get stronger in the gym? Just show up every day and work out. That's it. Do the work. And probably the most important lesson, you will go through struggle. Let me repeat that. This is an important one. You will go through struggle.
I don't see it in all these coaching platforms and influencers. They say you just sit on the beach and sip a Mai Tai.
Mai Tais, yes. But you will go through struggle.
Guarantee it.
And I want you to look at that sentence for a second. Internalize that in your head. Accept that you will struggle. Accept that this is going to be difficult. Accept that this will be an issue in your life. Accept that it's not going to feel good. All right. Have you simmered down? Have you felt that? Good. Now you're not going to cry about it. You understand this will be a struggle. This will not be easy. But because it's not easy, there will be a great reward in the end. I've always said this, and I'll use this analogy again. But everyone loves comic books. They love their Spider-Man. They love Batman. They love the heroes. They love Rambo. They love Rocky, right? They love all these things, right? It's their favorite person. Oh, I love the story. I love that movie, right? Why do you like the movie? Because the hero had struggles. He had to go through all this adversity. He overcame it. He defeated the villain, got the fair maiden, and ran off in the sunset. That's why they like the movie. It's called The Hero's Journey. That's literally Star Wars, like every single one has that like journey thing. And so because you like it so much because there was struggle in it, why do you think your story is any different? You're a hero in your own story, right? Of course, you're the hero and you're the actor. So of course your character is going to have to go through struggle. It's going to be a stupid movie. It's going to be a stupid movie, right? Duh. Of course Rocky's got to go through struggle, right? Because it's sweeter at the end. So understand you will have to go through your struggle. It's a canon event. It's in the it's in the script. You're gonna have to have villains. You're gonna have to have people in wholesaling. Gurus are my villains, so I got to defeat them. But the problem is, once I defeat one, there's like 4 more that come in. But I'm just telling you, like there is struggles, and you have to overcome them struggles. But when you overcome those struggles, you become a better wholesaler. You become a better person, a better man or woman. You start making more money. So that, guys and gals, is how you make over $500,000 your first year wholesaling houses. So it's a fun journey. I know you guys can get through that journey, but the hardest part is just getting that first deal. I have to tell you, it's the hardest part. Once you get that first deal, you can start leveraging up from there and do a lot better.
And guys, keep in mind, this plan that we've laid out, it doesn't say in month 1, earn the $500K, hire all the employees and do it. Like here's the reality. If you ask me, hey, Rick, can I hire some employees to do this? Go, tell me what your skill set and tell me how successful you've been doing it. And if you don't have the skill set and you've never done a deal like that, how are you going to hire people to train to do that for you?
You're wrong.
And I'm just telling you, like, guys, get some deals under your belt because it's going to make you a better leader. It's going to make you understand the struggles people go through on wholesale deals. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but so many people want to skip. They don't want to do any struggle and they think they can hire. Honestly, people get in your back pocket so fast and you're going to come back to me and Zach and go, okay, how do I really do this? In the beginning, especially in the first 90, in my opinion, the 180 days, you just need to do everything you can yourself until you get some money and then you have money to solve some problems to help you out. And then you can relate to their journey. But if you think you can hire 3 cold callers and you've never made 1 cold call, people are going to take advantage of you. Unfortunately, this is the reality of wholesaling. Most of you watching this are targets. And everyone's going to tell you the easy way. And the reality is you're going to have to go the hard way to get to the easy way. It's not the other way around. So in your first 6 months, enjoy the journey, learn, struggle with us, understand you're going to get a deal or you're going to get a lesson. Either way, you win and move forward in life. Guys, we're all on this earth. If everything was done for you and easy, you would have no purpose in life. Wholesaling is no different. Enjoy the journey. And also you make like amazing friends and business partners when you go along the way. You meet really incredible sellers. You get like such experience in life and wholesaling. Outside the actual business part of it, I've met some of the neatest people ever in this business. And honestly, if I didn't do wholesaling, I wouldn't have nearly the experiences. So you'll meet young people, you meet old people, you meet people with medical issues. Like I just love helping people out, and that's why it's a great fit. So
yeah,
remember that you're not starting day 1 to earn the $500K. You're going to have to go through a journey. And here's a goal. Some people can do it in a few months. Some people take years. Remember, we're running a marathon. You're not running a sprint. Sprinters are dying left and right in wholesaling right now because they don't understand how wholesaling really works. They learned this cute little trick and it worked great in the most incredible market ever. And now you got to go back to the basics and mechanics of wholesaling. So enjoy your journey. You're going to struggle. You're going to have to laugh at yourself. You're going to have to make fun of yourself. And honestly, if you can't do that, if you can't have fun while you're wholesaling, like seriously ask yourself why you're doing it.
Exactly.